we call it completely digital, which is the idea that for marketers to be successful today, they really need to start with digital rather than start with traditional media, which I guess relates to the broader theme of the Connection project around how can brands connect with consumers in a digital age. The future for both traditional and digital marketing will probably, like all changes, be more impactful in the long run, but take longer to come than we imagine. You know, one observation would be that the last quarter of 2010 was the fastest quarter in WPP's growth in 10 years, right, since 2000. And it was driven by traditional TV and the United States. So while as a group our strategy might be summed up as China and the internet, actually in the short term, results are being driven by the sort of the dead cat bounce, if you like, in traditional TV and the resurgence of the United States. They call it the world's largest emerging economy. So I think we have to think about and separate the short-term impact from the long-term impact. And I guess longer term, we know that traditional media will become digital, and those that can adapt, like the dinosaurs, which couldn't, I guess those that adapt will survive, and those that don't will perish. I mean, my advice to marketers is just to be curious, really, to try things out, to experiment, to spend time with innovators, maybe to attend conferences, not too many conferences, but enough conferences to know what's going on, to listen and observe what consumers are really doing, and to challenge sort of traditional thinking. When you look at making marketing decisions, the gut has always been very important, and I think one of the advantages that traditional media has is people understand the metrics, right? When I read, it's interesting, when I read a book on a Kindle and it says you're at section 1252 out of 23,000, I find it very hard to digest, right? Where it says I'm at page 36 out of 360, I know exactly where I am. And I think that's the type of transition we need to make between traditional metrics and digital metrics. And people are just more comfortable with the traditional metrics. And ironically, the massive data that comes out of digital marketing means there's a higher burden of proof. We spend more time studying a $100,000 internet buy than a $10 million traditional TV buy. So I think we're going to have to see some shift in how we think about metrics and how we take advantage of what digital media can give, and maybe apply a few higher hurdles to traditional media as well.